The tennis court fell silent as Alex Eala, the Philippines' rising star and world number 126, crumpled to the ground mid-point, her face twisted in agony. In that split second, what should have been another step toward glory turned into a nightmare, threatening to shatter not just her body, but the dreams of an entire nation built on her unbreakable momentum. This wasn't just an injury, it was a thunderbolt striking at the heart of Philippine tennis. At 20 years old, Eala had been on fire, fresh off her historic WTA title win at the Guadalajara Open, the first for a Filipino player in decades. She was the beacon, lighting up a sport long overshadowed by basketball in her homeland, with endorsement deals pouring in and fans flocking to courtsides across Asia. But as she clutched her left calf during that fateful service game against Japan's Yamaguchi, the weight of expectations crashed down harder than any forehand. This moment exposed the brutal truth of pro tennis. One wrong twist can derail a destiny. Picture the scene. It's 4-3 in the first set, Eala dominating with a first serve percentage of 73%, well above her season average of 58%. She's racked up 47 ranking points in the last month alone, double her haul from the previous quarter. And her aggressive baseline play has Yamaguchi, a 36-year-old veteran, ranked 189th on the ropes. Yamaguchi's winning just 31% of points on her second serve, looking tentative, reactive. Then, during a routine forehand approach, Eala pushes off her left foot and something snaps. She drops her racket, grabs her leg, and the court echoes with her grimace. The psychological floodgates open alongside the physical pain, tears mixing with sweat as the reality sets in. The medical timeout clocks in at 8 minutes and 34 seconds, standard for lower leg issues on the WTA Tour. But for Eala, it's an eternity. Cameras zoom in as trainers massage her calf, the same spot that's nagged her since her semi-final run in Taipei 3 weeks prior. Despite the Philippines Tennis Association pouring over $200,000 into her fitness program this year, designed precisely to dodge these pitfalls, here she is, vulnerable, exposed. This isn't mere bad luck. It's a cruel pivot in a season where everything aligned for her ascent. Eala's breakthrough at Guadalajara wasn't a flash in the pan. She became only the second Filipino to claim a WTA singles title, boosting her 2024 prize money to over $180,000, triple her previous career high. Projections had her cracking the top 100 with 3 more strong showings, unlocking doors to bigger tournaments and fatter paychecks. But at 15:30 in her service game, control slips away. Replay footage shows the exact instant, a standard push-off, then collapse. Shock ripples through the Philippine tennis community, where social media buzz around the sport has exploded 340% since Guadalajara. Viewership rivals basketball, with broadcasters noting prime-time numbers that once seemed impossible for tennis. For Yamaguchi, this is a gift from the tennis gods. Her season's been a grind, $47,000 in prize money through 8 months, plagued by her own aches and the toll of age. Her record against top 130 players? A dismal 2-7. But experience kicks in. Her body language shifts from hesitant to predatory. She starts dictating rallies, exploiting Eala's weakened mobility. The crowd, initially buzzing, ticket sales hit 85% capacity, fueled by Eala fever, falls into hushed concern, then tentative applause as play resumes. Post-timeout, Eala's game unravels. Her serve speed drops from 108 miles per hour to 98 miles per hour, a seemingly small dip, but in tennis's knife-edge world, it's catastrophic. She shuffles instead of exploding, her backhand side becomes a target. Pre-injury, she wins 67% of short points, under 4 shots, suiting her aggressive style. After, it plummets to 34%, forcing grueling rallies her leg can't handle. Frustration builds. By the second trainer call, tears flow freely. This isn't the mentally bulletproof Eala who shouldered a nation's hopes with grace. Injury strips away the armor, revealing the human beneath. The fallout? Far-reaching. Eala's trajectory eyed $320,000 in prize money by year's end, comprising 60% of all WTA earnings by Filipinos ever. Those 280 points at stake here could mean direct Australian Open entry versus grinding through qualifiers. Government funding for tennis surged 180% this year, tied to her success, sparking a 45% jump in club memberships in Manila and Cebu. Equipment sales boom, junior rackets fly off shelves. The Eala effect creates waitlists at academies, a first in Philippine tennis history. But this hits at the worst time, the Asian hardcourt swing, her sweet spot. She earns 40% of annual points here, despite it being 25% of her schedule. First serve accuracy in Asia, 8 points higher than global. Breakpoint conversion, 47% versus 34% elsewhere. Home crowds, familiar climate, it's her edge. Now, sidelined, that vanishes. Yamaguchi, meanwhile, senses revival. At 36, her earnings are at 2018 lows, ranking teetering. A win here injects $85,000 and points to extend her career. She's 11-2 in matches where opponents need medical aid, cynical efficiency born of years on tour. Beyond the court, Asian tennis feels the quake. Infrastructure booms in Thailand, Vietnam, Indonesia, citing Eala as proof of viability. Tournament directors tweak wildcards, marketing around her rise. Viewership spikes, 2.8 million domestic watchers per match, making tennis third most watched in the Philippines. Southeast Asian broadcasters eye $12 million deals. ESPN Asia notes 67% tennis viewership growth, Eala-driven. Endorsements teeter. Nike bumped her to premier status 2 months ago, with bonuses tied to rankings. Projections, $1.2 million yearly at top 50, but injuries slash that 40-60%. Wilson's signature racket launch? On hold. The psychological hit ripples to juniors, participation up 89%, enrollments at 3,400 versus 1,200 pre-Eala. Her breakdown risks signaling fragility, deterring dreams. Medically, calf strains in under 21 average 6 to 8 weeks recovery, but 23% recur within 3 tournaments. Iga's explosive style amplifies risks. Lingering issues could force style tweaks, dimming effectiveness. Financially, tournaments lose $340,000 in ticket/sponsor hits from her absences. Philippine Olympic hopes for 2028? In jeopardy. Comparisons haunt. Bianca Andreescu, US Open champ at 19, hits number 4, then injuries tank her to 121st. Earnings crash from $3.8 million to $180,000. Sophia Kenin, Australian Open winner at 21, drops to 87th. Prize money from $1.84 million to $267,000. Of 23 breakthrough players, ranks 2060, missing 6+ weeks post-peak, only 39% surpass it. Average drop, 47 spots. Recovery, 14 months. Eala's case is thornier. No powerhouse support like USA or Europe. US players tap elite facilities. Her rehab means travel. $850,000 PTA budget stretched thin. Recovery success, 62% for Western nations versus 31% for Asia/South America. Lacks mental health nets, time without financial crunch. Naomi Osaka offers hope, hamstring woes 2016-2018, but dual resources aided her slams. Yet Eala's solo flag-bearer status amplifies pressure. Southeast Asian breakthroughs spike juniors, Thailand's 156% post-Srichapan, but fade 78% with injuries, like Indonesia's post-Bambang. Economically, it's a web. PTA reallocates 43% budget to Eala-inspired programs. San Miguel ups tennis sponsorship 280% for global branding. ESPN Philippines, tennis engagement plus 340%, ad revenue plus $1.8 million. Asian tournaments boost prizes, wildcards for locals, Japan Open plus 60% budget. Infrastructure, 120% construction rise, $4.7 million in new academies for 800 juniors. Universities expand scholarships, 89%. UP launches performance programs. Coaches migrate in, 4 tour vets relocate, but volatility could reverse it. Sales, Wilson Rackets plus 156%, Nike Apparel plus 203%. Marketing, $3.2 million campaigns tied to top 100 push. Tourism, 78% tennis travel packages, hotels spike occupancy. Juniors, 4,100 registered versus 1,500 pre-Eala. Her pain could inspire or deter. Prize money, $680,000 career total funds her ops. Layoffs drain without income. Government, plus 67% funding, could redirect if rank slips below 150. Projections, 6-8 weeks out, equal 180 points lost, rank to 165-175. Miss Asia swing, no direct Aussie Open entry, heightening re-injury in qualifiers. Ecosystem risks, funding cycles eye 2028 Olympics, tennis justified by Eala, academies unsustainable at 40-50% enrollment drop, coaches flee, retail contracts, sponsors shift, AV plus 127% budgets. Other Asians rising could steal spotlight. Wild cards favor form, small nations lack pull. Peak window, 22-26, aligns with Olympics, delay shifts it. WTA prize hikes help lower ranks but amp competition. Her anguish symbolizes fragility. One athlete's shoulders bear ecosystems. Fair? Sustainable? Federations must diversify. Schedules ease on youth. Her schedule fueled gains but risked fatigue. Forward, recovery could inspire, proving resilience. Or cautionary, stalling growth. Her comeback tests emerging markets' viability. Tennis hinges on unpredictability. Eala's story reminds, glory's edge is sharp. This injury isn't end, it's pivot. Will she rise, reigniting Philippine tennis? Or fade, exposing models' flaws? The court awaits her answer, and a nation holds its breath.